Hello, Maizon Val fam. We are in Lagos, Nigeria for our celebrity home tour series. Today, we are going to tour a home to a vibrant personality. You may know him as a celebrity chef, but one thing is for sure, he is a fashionable tastemaker. It's either he's whipping something in the kitchen, very tasteful, or he's whipping something somewhere else, or even being a judge for MasterChef NG. It's none other than the billionaire chef, Chef Eros. Oh my god. Ooh, can I come in?
Welcome, Maizon Val.
Okay.
Did you plan looking like Valentine?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Thank you for walking
coming.
up to your home. We know that you have a beautiful home. I haven't been here.
How do you
but
know
I can
that I
already
have a
tell. I can
beautiful
already tell.
Why?
I mean,
Because of the way I dress.
No, we've seen your restaurant. We know you have impeccable taste.
And so do you, by the way. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Please, sit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sit. The chef is making some breakfast. I hope you're hungry.
I will be hungry when I see the home because I'm here for the home and I love to see the home, but I also know that the food will be delicious. So it will be both.
Okay.
So are you ready to show me your home?
Soon. We have to have a drink first. Can I
drink
get you
first?
some water, tea, coffee, wine? It's Sunday.
I think water is great.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm having wine though.
Okay.
I love a really good South African wine. Don't be jealous because you said you want water. So don't now start eyeing my wine later.
I'm okay. We're here for a while.
All right. So this is the bar.
Okay.
Even though it also doubles up as a desk. Do you mind taking a seat at the stool?
I would love to.
I like the Japanese impressions on our culture, Edo. You know, once upon a time, many years ago, probably about 200, Tokyo used to be called Edo.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
God turned water to wine.
Okay.
So we start off every day in my house with prayers.
Okay.
Who know me?
Yeah.
Everlasting Father, we just thank you for Maizon Val.
Yes.
Cheers.
And we thank you for this work of art, you know, the energy, the vibrance already. So yes.
So should we do a tour around the house?
Let's do a tour around the house. So first thing I noticed when I walked in was the art. Can you tell me, are you a big lover of art or what is going on? I see colors, I see... just let's start. Where do we even start from?
So I'm a big lover of culture.
Okay.
And my culture has a lot of artistry. Very many different expressions. Some via music. My family from Edo is the Waifo family.
Okay.
And so Victor Waifo is one of our pioneers with the sound of music.
Lovely.
I see life in colors. Richard Vedilago, a partner of mine during the House movement, helped to curate the artworks around. This, for me, tells the stories of the colors of our days.
Okay.
If you look at it in a certain hue, it may seem like it's just rainbow colors. However, the polka dots is actually specifically placed in different sizes to represent an emotion, which is exactly what even this piece is doing. That's the emotion of joy.
I was waiting to hear about this piece. Talk to me about it. What was going on there?
When last were you on holiday?
I am due for holiday in 2 weeks, Tokyo.
So you are going to go to Edo. Look what the Lord has done.
But tell me, what was happening here?
Well, I wasn't there when the picture was painted.
Yes,
but my imagination is that she was like, I am finally free. And it's more than a holiday for her. It's free of all of the suppressions, impressions, the shaming, you know. She became fully herself. And she's so beautiful, so how attractive she is. And the usual people would think that the most attractive people are supposed to be a certain level of slender.
Okay. Yeah.
However, this level of voluptuous, especially when it comes from the heart, gives a lot of attention. I especially like the damask representation on the sides.
Yeah.
And then the shapes, some of them may look like it is saying Africa without saying Africa.
Oh yeah, see this one. Yeah.
You see it, right?
I've seen two actually. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing already is that you're a big lover of culture, and
Yes.
where would you say that came from?
A lover of culture, and it came from my heritage. So, full story, I was born in Benin City into a family of Benin and Calabar.
Oh, a good mix.
My mother is a really good mix.
My mother is Calabar
She
too.
mixes you a pot of ipankoko.
And afang soup.
I'm afang. Just now, she's getting a little older now.
And
She doesn't have time
editan.
to be entering. It's like Edikan Kong.
And editan.
I don't know this Editan.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, teach
Don't
me
say
something
it outside,
now.
I beg. Please.
I don't understand.
Don't
I'm saying it here.
No, don't say it.
Oh, you think I can't learn something new?
Okay, you
We
can.
are new
Yeah, but
every morning.
But do you know Atama?
I know Atama.
Okay.
Atama has many different names across different tribes.
Okay.
So if you went to the Igbo side, what would it be called?
I don't know. I did not go to the Igbo side.
Okazi.
Okay.
Okay. But then there's also the Edo. So the Edo and the Calabar is the, so my name is Erunse from the Edo clan, man of the soil. You know me, I'm a military man. When you enter my kitchen, you say, yes, chef. And then Ete Kamba is the big man. Yes. I love, let's not get into that, but then the Irubumbu. The Yoruba side of me really loves quality.
Okay.
Quality over quantity. So at this point, we are now faced with different pieces. One is telling you to the next right turn takes you Babbage. Where did Babbage disappear to?
Yeah, asking the wrong person.
Echo Atlantic.
Okay.
And then this one is whatever it is that you choose, careful, that you choose to interpret it as. But I would love you to please take a sit at Lokwe.
Oh, this is what this is.
Yes. My name is Tolu Lokwe Abdul Latif Erunse Etekaba Erobobo, popularly known as Eros, Chef Eros. I'm the founder and the executive chef at Eros & Co. I'm a culinary entertainer. My love is food, culture, and community. I've always gone with the name Ile means home. But home means to me a place of comfort, a place where I dwell.
Okay.
Now
might have
you
to help
have
me.
to,
You might have to help me get up.
just relax first.
I'm just feeling
Right.
calm in this space. Okay, tell me about this space. What was going on when you created this space?
So if you see the way I'm seated up and the way you are relaxed, which I think you should relax, it's two different feelings. You can swap if you want to sit up too. I loved furniture from birth. There was something about Bob Oshodi and some furniture mill and sawmill and sawdust and everything that made me want to become an architect. But my father said that he didn't think I would have the tenacity to continue being an architect. I would have to work for so many years before I was successful.
Was there truth in that?
Was there truth in that? Of course there was. Look at the way I am now.
Okay.
Do you think I could have lasted 10, 15 years without money?
No, but there are
Actually, I did. I'm a chef. I lasted many years without the kind of money that I... But then comes a time when you are diligent. Okay. Even the Bible says, yea, a man diligent in his trade. He will not dine before mere men, but before kings and queens. Look at this now.
So, okay, it has come to fruition.
Do you know how things come to fruition?
How?
Ask and you shall be given. But you have to actually seek. You actually have to do the work. You can't just be asking. Let's swap.
I want to ask you,
Different
so are these
structure.
all handmade?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Very beautiful dress, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, note that when you sit down, your structure is going to change. It's going to feel completely different.
Yeah, so tell me
You
about
are going
the
to be in control.
Oh, so this is the control mantle.
I love the thing they say is a mantle. See that?
Yeah.
Now you have to sit
So
like
do you
you're
have
in
a
control.
favorite?
It's like asking a man which of his children is
I knew
the
you were going to
favorite.
say that, but this cannot be equivalent to that. No.
It can't. These are my children. They're
Really?
from the Lokpe.
Okay. So you like both of them depending on what
Depending
your mood.
on what my mood.
Okay. Okay. So just to clarify, is this going to be a furniture line coming soon? Should we anticipate? What are we looking at here?
We wait on the Lord.
Wait and okay. The Lord is
It's
faithful.
definitely going to be. Lokpe means gratitude. It is definitely going to be something to be grateful for. Is it going to be a furniture line? I mean, I think it goes without saying.
Yeah.
Is it going to be raw? Of course. It's charcoal. It's wood. It's the things that I cook with. It's the dining tables that I dine at.
Yeah.
After a while, these same dining tables become old.
Yeah.
See, and new
Every morning.
How do you do new every morning? Change it again.
Okay, let's go to the next space.
The dining table. Of course, the dining table is the center of the home.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you touch the dining table like as though we've done much to the dining table.
You haven't?
I mean, people have sat at the dining table and have oiled it with their palms the same way you have. You just bless the table again. Eko ni bajeo. Moja pada. Eco living is where I'm from. As an Ikorodu boy, it feels good to live at home and to be able to add value to my community, to my tribe, to my people. Eco living is a celebration of culture.
I see you have a very lovely dining setup here, but I'm just wondering because I know you didn't invite me, but if I invited myself, I wouldn't leave. So do you typically host a lot? And tell me, what does that look like? Do people go? Do people stay over? Is there an after party after the dinner? Talk to me honestly.
First of all, that's a lot of questions, but I'll take it one by one.
Okay.
It always starts with an invitation, and you know I invited you in, otherwise.
Thank you, okay.
And then I host a lot. I'm currently off season because the new restaurant just opened, so we're focusing a lot more on Chef Eros. This space is just finishing up. We're not quite done yet. We still have some finishing touches. We're about to go on tour, and when we come back from tour, the art season is going to begin. It's the perfect time for us to open the dining table again. The story is actually going to blend. My guys behind the scenes know that we're about to give them new story.
Okay.
Story. Once upon a time.
Time.
That's how the table starts.
Okay.
So when you sit at the table and we start the story, we then go into a dining experience where you can taste what happened during the story. You'll be fed and you'll be wined and dined. The after party.
Everything that happens there stays there, I'm sure.
Now you're making it like people want to inquire. Why are you running
Inquiring
away?
minds want to know. I'm asking for the people. We're trying to get to know you. And you're home.
So then why are you...
And the lifestyle.
So is there an after party? Yes, sometimes there is.
Yeah.
We keep it classy,
Okay.
and a lot of times we go out. I do like to turn up with my team. We have a really good time.
With your
We
family?
with my family, yeah. And then we carry on afterwards. We come home when the night is done, and the night comes to an end. And every night we rest. You want to see how we rest?
I would love that.
I actually quite like this room, the color.
Okay.
After you. No one gets to see this.
Oh, so we get an exclusive peek. Okay.
We do.
I want you to tell me what inspired these colors on the wall and just the inspiration behind the room.
So after coral orange, my next favorite is green. I usually like an emerald green, very like rich, like dark green. But of recent, I found that blue became the color of my season. And I just tapped into it. It's a particular shade of blue. And as a chef, obviously, when I went to the paint store and they called it blueberry blue, I was immediately drawn to it.
Yeah.
And then I started to find ways to match it. I've never actually worked with blue before. And blue on brown, on white. And then I just remind myself about, so 3 women.
Yes, let's talk about this piece.
It's a very humble piece, actually, but it represents the 3 very important women in my life.
Oh.
My grandmother, my mother, and my sister.
You have just one sister?
From my mother's side, I have 1 sister. From my father's side, I have 2. But I grew up with that sister, Aret, who was like another mother to me.
Yeah.
And it just makes me feel at home and welcome again. Biggest home splurge I ever made. I didn't think that mattresses were that important to me. But when I realized that I was turning on 40, I had to spend a lot of money buying a really good mattress. I tried twice. I also bought one for my mother. It's a very good mattress, so I can sleep well at night. My home is where I can sleep well at night. Obviously, there are a few other pieces in the room, but you know the pieces that I like the most.
The swag pieces. Okay.
And this is, bear in mind, this is actually most of the clothes.
Okay.
I have another bedroom where I hold most of my clothes. These are the ones I wear quite a lot of. You might have seen some of them at MasterChef. This is by Trax Apparel, one of my favorite pieces. I actually quite like this sweater. This particular piece reminds me of Ghana in a way, but because you know I make this unity jollof rice where I bring Ghana, Nigeria, and Senegal
West Africa,
together.
yes.
Yeah, so this one, Emika's Bits, really does a beautiful representation of my 2 favorite colors.
Yeah, you said that, or coral orange.
Yeah, exactly. And then just a few jackets and pants and new clothes that just arrived. I told you that blue was the color of the season.
Yeah.
I haven't actually
So what
seen
does blue
this.
represent to you? I know you said it's the season, but season of what?
I think the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear blue and I want to call a blue that matches me would be royal.
Okay.
So should we say that it's a royal blue? Or a
Yeah, but
royal
what season? So it's a royal season.
I guess so.
Okay, royal season works.
Yeah.
I can hold it. I mean, I won't try it.
That's not the piece I'll be giving you. The piece I will be giving you usually lies somewhere around.
Oh, you have an extensive coral collection. This is a big one.
To give you a coral.
Hey, you're watching Maizon Val, where we showcase some of the most beautiful and most luxurious homes across the country. We're not only showing these homes, but we're sharing the stories of the homeowners. So if you like videos like this, please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment letting us know what other types of videos you would like to see from us. Your feedback helps us to continue to grow and make videos like this, as well as build a community. Would you say that this is your signature thing, corals? But when we think about the Billionaire Chef, what is your signature fashion thing? Is it the hat? Is it the beads? Is it the glasses?
I'm still trying to figure that out because I think it's a combination of them.
Okay.
But I think the one thing that connects me the most to my soil might be the coral.
Okay.
I call her Evie.
Evie. Okay.
Oh yeah.
How would you
say Oyese?
Oyese. How would you describe your fashion style? What word? One word that comes to mind.
First word that comes to mind may not be the word you think it would be. It would be eclectic.
That's the word that came to mind.
Yeah?
I promise you. I promise you, yes.
Okay, so I guess it's eclectic.
It's eclectic for sure.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Eclectic is what? Dynamic, different?
Dynamic, a little bit of this, and it's personable.
And
but
yeah. Okay, yeah, so I guess that. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me something new.
You're welcome.
Recently, I was shooting MasterChef Nigeria, and I chose to buy rings.
Ooh, where do you get? Where do I put this? Let me put this.
No, I just hold it.
Okay,
just
let me hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, these are lovely.
Okay, I'll give you a piece, right? You asked for one piece, right?
I know I saw one piece, so if you give me, I'll take it. As a memorabilia.
Evie,
I should give you Evie back.
Yes, please.
Evie, there you go. Go back to your owner.
Esosa.
Esosa. Oh, okay. Okay.
Note that Esosa can be used in more ways than you can see. If you took Esosa and put it around a gold band, it will surprise you how beautiful the coral can be.
Okay.
If you now went further and even tried to instill diamond inside that little nook there, what you thought was just a coral bead is now actually a billionaire status bead.
Guys, I'm up to the billionaire status, so when you see me, talk to me correctly. Or don't talk to me at all.
No, we don't do that.
We do that.
We're not, people look at me and think, oh, he's probably like snobbish or proud.
So you're not, yeah.
I'm tough, of course. I have to be. You see, in Nigeria, we have some of the best ingredients in the world. At least I think so. I've tasted spices, herbs. Give me any ingredient and see what I whip up.
Iru?
Funny story, on MasterChef, Iru was a key ingredient in Chef Stone's dish. I tasted Iru ice cream. Now, there's nothing wrong with Iru ice cream if you can work with it. The thing about ingredients is always about balance. You have to be able to match it. It's almost like the tasting notes. Iru has a scent, and you have to know, you have to figure out what it likes to work with. You have to marry it with something else. And it would surprise you what it kind of works with. The Iru on chocolate, especially when it was dark chocolate, worked. Now here's the kick. Salt. A smoked salt on that. But you have to balance it. The Iru needs to be underlining. It's an umami. If you put too much umami in anything, it will overwhelm you. Next.
Plantain.
Oh, my favorite one. So first of all, there's so many things you can do with plantain. Depending on the type of plantain, whether it is ripe or unripe. In the ripe kind, it releases caramelization. What I do with a caramelized plantain is a really good dessert. We make a plantain ice cream. One. Now, when you fry plantain in oil, remember that it also contains its own natural sugars because of its plantain, right? Fry bread inside that oil, you get the bread, flattened agege bread that we serve with the ewa agoin hummus. Next.
Beans.
We already just talked about ewa agoin as a hummus. So we do an ewa salad. You have to know exactly how to treat the beans. You can do an al dente beans, mix it with some fruits and vegetables. And if you went as far as knowing the oil, trusting the oil, lifting the oil up, like putting a whiff of lemon, some salt. If you add something to emulsify it, so like egg yolks or mustard, and you shake it well, it turns into a vinaigrette. I take my beans, as in al dente, meaning it still has a bit of a crunch. I cut some watermelon, some peppers, green, red, yellow peppers. My mother said, eat your colors, it will do you well. And then you add in pickled onions. The pickle is really about the brightness of the flavor. There's so much about an acid, and vinegar is a really good acid. My ratio for a really good pickle is 3-2-1. 3 on the juice, 2 on vinegar, 1 on sugar. But guess what? The recipe is not the Bible, it's only a guide. So do what feels good to you. Taste it. Now you've made pickled onions, you mix all those ingredients together, you have an ewa. An ewa? Yes. Salad.
Palm oil.
The vinaigrette. I just said we make ewa agoing. The ewa agoing from the Ewe people, the Ewe tribe, is chilies cooked in palm oil. It became a street sensation when it cut across the Badagry borders into Lagos. It was served perfectly with beans. Good choice. However, if you took that palm oil, you know, it's funny because they said bleach palm oil. Bleaching palm oil requires a science to not overcook the palm oil. It's about sort of heating you up to a certain temperature where it lightens the oil enough for you to be able to make a palm oil bread. Try it.
Uziza seed.
Oh, the insipidi cookie at the new cookie jar. One of my chefs, Ethan, made a cookie and said, oh, I want you to come taste it. I put it in my mouth and the first thing that came to my mind was more ginger. But then when I walked out the room, I walked right back in and I said, wait, did you just give me a pepper soup cookie? The Oziza seeds delivers like a black pepper that when it marries with a huru, precursor, and grain of celery, it actually delivers the taste of pepper soup. But again, balance. If you're making a cookie, make sure you sweeten and reduce spice.
Okay, and finally, rice. But I want at least 5 dishes.
Jollof rice. Jollof rice is West Africa's pride possession. Jollof rice is so popular that countries literally fight about who makes the best jollof. The Ghanaians say that their jollof is the best. The Nigerians say their jollof is superior. The Senegalese say you're all fighting for second place because they created jollof. Everyone makes their jollof rice differently. I take the words of my father, to thyself first be true. So you make your rice differently. Now, rice on its own is a grain that keeps giving. Depending on the type of rice, you can stew it, you can fry it. I mean, you can jollof it. But remember to play with your jollof because there's no party without
This is beautiful. Wow, I'm feeling like this is a very intimate space. You don't really let everybody.
Yeah, I don't. And it's new to me as well.
Okay.
I chose this space to be a place where I could just sit back, relax, and watch television. I love TV shows, especially love MasterChef. So on Sunday at 7 p.m., I'm here, glued to the TV.
So you like the sound of your own voice?
You know, initially, when I started in television, I didn't.
Okay.
I found that I have grown to love the sound of my voice.
Okay.
I hope you like the sound of my voice.
I like the sound of your voice, but I also love watching you bring the fashion and every other thing that you bring.
So
to the
if
show.
you could choose a favorite room, which would it be?
So far, obviously, this room.
Why?
You said it now, it's zen, it's very I feel like if when you come in here, you drop your worries outside the door, you come and relax. The only thing is that if I was coming in here, I wouldn't be coming alone. This looks like a place for two. You have the blankets there, and yeah, that's it. Won't be. I feel like I'll cozy up with someone and watch TV. Why are you so surprised? You don't like people? No, no. Oh, yeah, shut the words for the first time. That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm beating you at your own game.
I definitely love people.
Okay.
I spend a lot of time with people. And when I come in here, a lot of the time I'm on my
Personal
own.
time. Yeah. Yeah.
My mother was here just a few days ago, and we watched television together as well.
Yeah. That's lovely. I really like this space. This is my favorite space in the home. Do you feel like you're done with this space completely, or is there anything else you want to add?
Yes, we're getting a cloud foam on top of this to just soften up the room a little more.
Okay.
I want art on that wall, but I'm thinking black and white, like monochrome. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Okay.
I have to get out of this room and actually go to the restaurant.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay.
So let's go eat.
Let's go eat. But did you show me your kitchen here? How can we come to your home and we didn't even see the kitchen?
I thought you would never ask.
I was saving the best for the last.
Every home should have a kitchen and a dining table. And in your kitchen, make sure you have salt, iru, onions, garlic, ginger.
I thought you were never going to bring me in here.
Into the kitchen, the heart of the house. Are we hungry?
I mean,
What's your favorite meal of the day?
lunch?
I'm a breakfast guy.
Really? Yeah, I never make time out for lunch.
Oh, spices.
Ooh, so you're an organized. You like to keep your things where you can see them, clear containers.
I like to mix spices.
Really? I saw a favorite, kuli kuli suya. Okay. Authentic. What would you say is your most used spice here? This one is almost gone, so maybe. What's this one?
That's the clove.
Okay.
But we don't use a lot of clove actually. I think our most used spice would probably be suya.
Really?
We have quite a lot of suya actually. Let's look. We have a Moroccan spice suya, the kuli kuli you found. We have fennel, Indian.
Wow, there's a lot of suya.
9 different flavors of suya. One that coffee suya. Never heard of it.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of coffee suya, but I've also never heard of Thai suya. Let's try this one.
So the lemongrass is actually what whiffs first when you smell the Thai.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I smell it. That's really good.
Pick
So
another
which-
one.
I think Moroccan sounds interesting too.
I think the first flavor that would hit you would probably be around the cinnamon and nutmeg.
Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite is the fennel.
What is that one? The fennel.
There's curry.
Okay. Oh, this is fenugreek. Wow, you have a lot of spices.
If you let being a public figure influence your home, then it's not truly your home, it's public.
And which one would you say is your most used? I know the soya spice is kind of the one we're leaning to, but which of them in the soya range?
I don't think anyone can cook without salt.
Okay.
So I guess the most
Salt
used
would
in
be
almost
salt.
every cooking would be salt. But I specialize in making soya spices, as you can tell. One of my favorite would be pepper soup spice, though.
Oh yes, I love pepper soup spice too. I love pepper soup spice, and I love catfish pepper soup.
Yeah, should we make a catfish pepper soup?
I'll not say no to that. But I wanted to ask you while we're in the kitchen, how is it for you as a chef having a chef, do you feel like you're able to fully lean and allow them, or because I feel like if I was a chef, I'll almost, well, that's your personality, almost micromanage because I may want it a certain way. How is it for you allowing someone else cook and you enjoy it like in your home?
I'm not micromanaging it. I'm not picky at it. I don't go to a restaurant and try and figure out whether I just enjoy food.
That's
good food too.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't think that, but that's really good to know. This is a really big kitchen, a lot of space to whip up a lot, and yeah. Would you say that this is one of your most used spaces in the home?
The dining room is probably the most used space in the room. However, the kitchen goes through hot times. When we're hosting dinners, the kitchen is very hot.
Okay. Thank you for showing me your kitchen. This has been amazing. Are you going to show us the restaurant? Because I know we're talking about this kitchen, but I know you make the best dishes at Eros. Would you oblige and indulge us?
I would love us to go check out the restaurant.
Okay, let's do that.
What do you think?
This is beautiful. What was the inspiration behind this?
Home.
Okay.
So obviously we grew up in Benin as we discussed, and we spoke to Osaru Alile, who happens to be right next door, and said we wanted this house to embody our culture. So we chose clay, terrazzo.
Okay.
And we even went as far as Ashoki.
Oh.
There's a wall of Ashoki that I absolutely adore.
It went all out. I want to see it.
Welcome home.
Ooh, we are here. Okay. I'm getting
textures.
Okay.
Remember we just spoke about the Ashoki wall,
Oh, okay.
raffia, terrazzo,
Okay.
and then spices on the window as well.
Wow.
It's like old reborn
You guys
anew.
thought about everything.
At least we tried it too. And we thank God for giving us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
And provision.
And provision, please.
Okay, I'm getting first class treatment.
Always.
I'll take it.
Always.
Thank you. Ooh, okay. What's the biggest compliment you always get about this space?
So delicious.
Okay.
So intentional as well. Which one? Love.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. So add mine to it. It's beautiful. Well, yeah, I would never have thought about doing a. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay.
Thank you for coming.
What's your favorite thing to have here before we leave? What's your favorite thing? For people who haven't been to Eros, a lot of people, my diasporans, that would be coming back 30 December, even this summer. What is two menus that two things on your menu that you would say for sure when you come to Eros you have to try?
The Ewa hummus with the agege flatbread fried in plantain oil.
Okay.
Remember that one we spoke about? I mean, I love me a good abula.
Okay. With what soup? That's amala, right?
Yes. Abula contains the amala, begiri, ewedu, and stew with assortment of meats.
So it's a combo.
But something that has become really special to the house will be the oxtail mash.
So three things.
3 things. Okay. But I have one more. Everyone loves
you an Oliver Twist? What's that one?
The dambadama roll from the north of Nigeria.
Okay.
Threaded beef wrapped in wonton pastry with a dipping sauce of atarodom jam.
I'm going to make sure that I at least try. So fun fact, I don't know if it's fun, I've never tried amala before.
Amala and coffee, 2 things you have to try. Coffee suya and the abula at Eros.
Okay, I'll try to have the abula at Eros, but this has been amazing.
Okay. Excuse me, can I please get a red bottom for the lady?
Okay, I'll try that.
Zobo. pineapple, ginger, tangerine.
Wow, all good things. Okay,
Delicious, I promise. I'll be right back. Let me go check in the kitchen
sure.
and see what's going to happen with you after that.
Cheers to the Lagos store. So guys, this episode was truly exciting. I want to know your comments. How did you feel about all the spaces? Did you love the restaurant more than you love the home? Or did you love the homeowner more than anything else? Because I just kept being so engaged with his personality. He was so bubbly, he was so fun, so much to see. But I want to read all your comments and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. As always, I remain your host, Val OJ. Bye guys. Maizon Val. Welcome to my home, Maizon Val.